Yeah, it works now, bitch. Shut up, Joey. You fuck. Okay. I'm just sending out a new link because the last one fucked up. Do. Yo. Joey is safe to say Tommy won't lower his food for being a smartass. I don't have the pleasure of working with Joey, if that's what you're talking about, Foxer. Joey has his own coach who he has been happy with for years. J Money in the house. What up? What up? Thank you, David, for sharing the new link. I don't know what happened. My son likes to fuck with my shit. Don't have kids, they ruin your dreams. Oh, John in the house. Peyton in the house. the the pirate would hit you with a bro. I would never fucking poach a client from another coach. I think that's so fucking dumb. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. I've had clients get poached by other coaches. I've had coaches reach out to me saying, "Hey, your client's asking me all these random fucking questions. Like, get your bitch in line." um, yeah, so that shit happens for sure. Bunch of scummy fucks. Amy in the house. What up, Amy? Dylan in the house. Joey in the house. Lee, Peyton, John. 11 people. I thought you said punch, not poach. I'm sure there's people punching other people's clients. Yana and I were talking about it. She had a few people too. Yeah. David said, I'm not even a competitor, and I had 2 people reach out after the Arnold. Trudge forward, running service calls and hanging out on the live. Are you a heating and air guy, or are you a plumber? I can't remember which one. I think you're a heating and air guy. God bless your heart. Plumbing. Okay, good. Good. That is better, I think. I guess. I have a client who owns a plumbing company. He does pretty well. Let's see. What do we got? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, coaches are poaching other coaches' clients all the time. It's crazy. Crazy. Better until you're in a crawl space dealing with an old toilet. Well, no, dude. I mean, heating and air is in crawl spaces all the time. Not as much in the Midwest. We have basements. but like in the South, they don't have a lot of basements in the South. It's mostly crawl spaces or nothing, or the shit's in the attic, which is even worse because it gets hot in attics. Don't know if you've ever been in one, but they suck. Anyways, how about that, Arnold? We're gonna wait until more people get in here because I fucked up the link because whatever. What am I trying to say? Because my microphone was fucked up. I got a bunch of some Gen 1, Gen 2 Nautilus equipment at the auction yesterday. I saw that, dude. Yeah, some of that shit's cool as fuck. Some of that shit's cool as fuck. We have a few old Nautilus pieces at our gym. It's pretty good stuff. Some of it sucks ass. J Money says, I can't complain about tile too bad. Better than working outside. Yeah, but I'm sure it still gets hot doing tile. And just crawling around on your knees all day, you know. Did Amy bring you guys cookies this year? No, not this year, but that's okay. That's okay. I didn't need any cookies. I'm already fat as fuck. Duh. Smalls in the house, attics in the South are basically saunas. Oh, fuck, bro. Even in the Midwest. So when I did heating and air, I would bring 2 or 3 additional shirts with me a day, just in case I ever ended up in an attic or on a roof when, if it's 100 degrees outside ambient temperature, an attic is probably about 130, 140. Um, so yeah, with no wind. So at least outside you'll get like somewhat of a breeze, you know. Judge Forward says, "Yeah, I'm in the Delaware beaches, mostly crawl space. Yeah, still recovering shoulder injury. Finally doing some light upper body stuff. Yeah, that's good, dude." Peyton's talking about the old original Nautilus stuff. It's all chain driven, which is it is nice. It is nice. There's a couple pieces of shit though that I don't quite fit in them very well. Um, J Money, there's either temp heat in the winter and they have it at 90, yeah, or it's summer and no AC. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you guys run into that shit too. Okay, Joey, thank you for keeping us on track per usual. Joey asks, to kick this off, what's your take on Mega Mass equipment? Everything I've tried from them has been great, but some people seem to hate it. Um, I've only had a couple exposures to it now. Um, there is a local gym by me, by Raymond and I that does have a lot of Mega Mass stuff. We just haven't gone there yet. But I was able to use some of the Mega Mass stuff at Pro's gym, at the Arnold. Overall, I like it, dude. I think it's fine. I think it's way the fuck over engineered, but that doesn't matter. That's not my problem. But if I were to own a gym, the footprint on some of those things is unbelievably huge. So you gotta think, um as like, a gym owner, someone designing a gym, those footprints are so massive because because the equipment's so over engineered, um that I mean one fucking row machine is taking up the space of probably what two machines could fit, right? So but I mean there's other companies that have large footprints too. But overall, Joey, like the stuff that we got to use, I like it, man. I like it. The only equipment that I absolutely hate is Arsenal. I think it's garbage. I think it's fucking garbage. I think it's a waste of metal. It should be in a scrapyard somewhere. I've used maybe 2 Arsenal pieces that I didn't absolutely fucking hate. Everything else can go in the scrapyard. Everything else can go in the scrapyard. 100%. Arsenal is trash as shit. And I'm not picky on fucking equipment, dude. I have my fucking basement is like Titan Fitness. You know what I mean? like $1,000 fucking hack squat, and I love it. It's great. I would take my gym equipment over Arsenal any fucking day of the week. Any day of the week. The other equipment I don't love is some of the rocket hoist shit. Um, some of it's pretty good. Like the lat pull down specifically, I always used to like because it kind of like forces you back and like I don't know, you can kind of rock with it, so um you can almost gain like a rhythm and like keep your set like consistent, I guess. Um, other equipment that I don't like, mainly Arsenal, I think is the biggest fucking garbage ever. And then so a lot of the hoist rocket shit is just like um just fucking annoying. And I fit in a lot of it well. Like it just feels like off. Um mostly I'm not too picky on equipment. Um that is like a couple of them that I don't like. Sorry, I'm getting blown up by messages right now, so I'm trying to not have my phone be distracting. Let's see. David said most of our gym is old Nautilus stuff. Yeah. The chain driven stuff is pretty cool. Um, Amy's talking about a cookie still. Oh god. Oh yeah, dude. The Joey says the Nautilus pullover at his gym he doesn't fit in. There's no fucking way. There's no way. I don't know how anyone can fit in those. They're fucking tiny, dude. They're tiny. Um, let's see what else we got. Mike Bell in the house. What up, dude? It's fun meeting Mike in person at the Arnold. I'm glad I got to meet a lot of you guys. I haven't tried any Mega Mass, says Peyton, but most of it's too big. Yep. Yeah, the footprint is just fucking huge. It's like a squat rack. Everything is like the size of a squat rack. Dylan says, I have used a ton of Mega Mass. Yeah, I've seen Dylan's used a ton of different equipment. He has a lot of exposure to these things. Lots of moving parts, he says. To me, they're heavy machines, but he does love the adjustability. Yeah, for us, it doesn't matter as much that they're over engineered, but for a gym owner and, things like that, or you're trying to build your own home gym or whatever, MegaMass is probably going to be out of the equation for most people, unless you have a really fucking big house. I don't want to assume anything. Mega Mass chess piece at Pros Gym felt great. Yeah. Arsenal sucks, says Joey. Yep. He said most Panada sucks. I don't have a I've used a few Panada pieces, and at first I thought they were awesome. And then I'm like, they're not they're not that good. They're not that good. Um, but I mean, they look good though. Like aesthetically, they're just really nice. Like they look like little Ferraris. But the upholstery on the seats and cushions and everything is nice. The stitching and the leather is really nice, and like the powder coating on everything looks good. But yeah, as far as like functionality of actually using the shit, it kind of sucks. Kind of sucks. They have one like high row, like lat pull down thing that's pretty nice. Chase has it actually at his gym. That one's pretty nice. Small says Arsenal T Bar, the Humbler. No, that thing fucking sucks too. Doesn't it fucking humbles me to never want to use it again. That's what it means. Nothing there's no machine that humbles me or strokes my ego because I don't fucking care what I put on there. I just want the machine to feel good and to train what I'm supposed to be training. That fucking Arsenal T-bar is such a piece of shit. I wouldn't use it as a coat hanger, dude. I wouldn't put my fucking gym bag on it. That's how fucking useless it is. Just a waste of space. I'd literally rather do a dumbbell row. And I'm not kidding because I tried this Arsenal T-bar the other day, even though I know it fucking sucks. And I literally went and did a dumbbell row instead and got way more out of it. Arsenal leg press is the only piece I like. Yeah, I haven't even tried that, but it's got to be pretty hard to fuck up a leg press. You know what I mean? Like I said, my $1,000 Titan Fitness leg press is fucking great. The only thing that kind of sucks about it is the platform's kind of narrow, but um, just makes me do like a closer stance, which is fine. Peyton says he has to disagree on the rocket. I thought it was goofy at first, but a lot of them are actually awesome. No, I said a lot of them are pretty good. Most of them are shit. The chest press is decent because it gets you to push away, like it teaches you to actively push away, and then the lat pull down teaches you to kind of like pull your chest into it, which is kind of nice. All the other shit kind of sucks. Kind of sucks, Peyton. Trudge Forward says Arsenal feels weird. I've only tried the chest and shoulder press. This area in Delaware doesn't have any bodybuilding gyms with good equipment. Yeah, you don't have to try anything else. I can tell you right now, it all fucking sucks. It all sucks. So if you see Arsenal, just write it off. Just don't even try it. Joey says, "How far would you personally drive daily to get to a gym with the best possible equipment?" 1 hour would be my max. 1 hour would be my max, personally. I think 1 hour is reasonable. Um, I've driven further, but it's a bit harder now with, you know, a child, a human, someone to take care of, everything like that. Um, I just don't have that much time to burn every day. Um, and I already drive an hour to work each day. Um, so that's no big deal for me. And what you do is you just eat your pre-workout and then you just hop right in the car. And then by the time you're training, it's like, you know, 75, 90 minutes away from your pre-workout. So it's really perfect timing. So I actually used to prefer having gyms that were a little further away because the timing always just was really good. Otherwise, you eat your pre-workout and then what the fuck do you do? Wait around until it like settles and digests so then you can go to the gym. I'd rather listen to some music, get out of the house, get some fresh air, start drinking like a pre-workout if that's what you like to drink. Um, that's a cool time to buy yourself a nice car. That was always my excuse to have a nice car is like the drive to the gym because it was just fitting. Everything like um, I would just have that ritual. So yeah, I think an hour. I can't see myself driving more than an hour to go to a gym though. Because then the opposite will happen. It's like, do you eat your pre-workout in the car? You eat that meal in the car, or like, I don't know. I just don't love it. I just don't love it. But yeah, an hour. I think an hour is a good time frame in my opinion. Um, let's see. Peyton says if you want a really good affordable pendulum squat, Temple of Gains. Yeah, they seem to make good shit. I've heard a lot about them. I always forget their name though when I go to fucking look it up. Like I always find myself like going to like if I'm looking for gym equipment, I'm like, what's the name of that one fucking I can never think of it. So yeah, Temple of Gains. I'll try to remember that, but I won't. But I won't. Joey, any suggestions for spin or recumbent bikes that my fat ass won't break and won't break the bank? I would check let me see. I'm not sharing my screen. I know that. No one yell at me. I'm intentionally not trying to. I'm just seeing this for Joey. I can't remember if Rep Fitness has one. Okay, yeah. I would maybe Jesus Christ. There we go. That's not like super cheap. It's $1,200. But like, dude, Rep Fitness, REP is that's how you spell it. Rep, REP. They make really good shit. It's pretty much just Rogue Fitness knockoff. You know, like their shit's identical to Rogue's. They would never admit that, of course, but um, I have their glute ham raise, and it's almost better than Rogue's, and it was like half the price. So the Rep Fitness looks like they have a bike, an Airdyne bike, for like $1,200, and that one's probably built pretty hefty. So I'd check them out, and then Rep and Titan Fitness are always my go-to. I don't know if they do. Let me see if they do cardio shit. I don't remember. Do. Let's see. I don't know. You have to check it out. I don't think they do cardio, but Titan Fitness makes pretty good shit too. Um, but yeah, I would check out Rep, REP. John says bolt equipment at the Arnold felt cheap. Um, yeah, I think it is cheap. I think it is cheap. Let's see. Bolt Fitness. Yeah, it looks cheap. Um oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, instead of them, I would do Temple of Gains just based off the look and the price. That's probably their main competitor. But yeah, none of this shit is like it's none of it's like economical pricing. That's almost commercial pricing for their shit. Peyton says Bolt is pretty good. He has a standing hip thrust. Um, which one does your cousin have, David? Which bike does he have? Blaze. I knew this would come from you, Blaze. You fuck. That's your boy, dude. That's your guy. Why are you talking about him like that? Blaze says, how did you predict the downfall of Martin Sweatswater? Man, Blaze, you've known me for what, almost a year now, maybe somewhere around there. How many times have I been wrong, bro? How many times have I been wrong? Come on, bro. You know how. He's a punk ass kid. Yeah, David, I'm asking you which one do you have? Which bike? Are you talking about the one Peyton or do you have the rep one? Which one? Which one? Amy says Martin's fatal error was blocking me. That's where it all started. That's where it all started. You block Amy and you get fucked. That's what happens. That was the downfall. It all started in our circle. That's it. Johnny Boy says Martin rides Boss of Outlaws so hard, but it seems like they miss the peaks more often than not. Whose peak does he ever hit? I don't know how the fuck he like blew up and everyone started blowing his balls. Oh, he's such a good coach. Since fucking when? Everyone just hops on the bandwagon whenever someone brings like one guy in shape, they're like, oh, he's gonna get me in shape too. He's gonna get me in shape, I think. Stop. Stop it. That dude just fucking copies and pastes shit. And it works sometimes, sometimes it doesn't. He literally he copied and pasted the same exact fucking peak from one guy to the other guy. Same exact, literally. When I say copy and paste, I literally fucking mean copy and paste down to the same exact gram. One guy was a classic guy, and the other guy was an open guy. Didn't work. It didn't work. They both look like shit. Oh man. Anyways, Blaze always gets me to rant about some shit. I think it's his fucking. I don't know. I think it's his mission. Oh boy. Joey says, "Fat boy question. Are you talking about me being fat or you, or both?" I'm strongly considering getting a cheat meal tonight. Do I get burgers or pizza? Burgers every time. Pizza sucks ass. Pizza is shit. Get burgers every time. Every time. Pizza is gross, dude. Pizza is gross. It's for 13-year-old boys with gym short boners. That's who eats pizza. Pizza, Mountain Dew, and Halo. Do you guys remember Halo? Not the Halo we'd use, but the video game. Yeah, that's who eats pizza. 13-year-old boys, get a burger, sir. That is the optimal cheat meal for you, Joey. Amy said if Martin had my cookies, he would have looked full instead of flat and sweaty. Holy fuck. That's funny. Man, you don't get cookies when you get blocked. Remember that, you assholes. If you block Amy, you don't get cookies. And then you look like shit on stage and you cry. Everyone hates you. Wah. Wah. That's fucking funny, Amy. um, John, you're fucking. This is crazy. This is psychotic. He said get one slice of pizza and a burger. Dude, don't get pizza ever. Pizza is a one time a year thing. Don't use that today. Foxer says, I happen to have a thing for pizza. So if I wasn't chasing protein to feel less guilty about the cheat meal, I'd say pizza. Fuck. Foxy, you've eaten enough pizza for everyone in this chat, so you need to not give any advice on pizza, you fuck. Blaze says, do not eat pizza. Blaze knows. Foxer is offended by me saying pizza is gross. He said, do you hate ketchup too? I don't see the comparison of pizza and ketchup, but no, I don't hate ketchup. I don't hate pizza. I just think it's gross. It's for 13-year-old boys. DLC says, get pizza. Mel says pizza swims in fat. True. Peyton says French toast. Yeah, but you have to eat the burger before the French toast. French toast doesn't replace the burger, but French toast is definitely goated. Oh, Crystal. Those are fighting words, Tommy. Guys, I'm okay with you liking pizza. I'm just saying it's fucking gross. I just haven't had it in so long. It is good. It is good. I'm just talking shit. I live in fucking Chicago, guys. I like pizza. That's what we do in Chicago is get fat. But he asked what would be a better cheat meal for him tonight. A burger versus pizza. It's burger every fucking time. Burger every time. Pizza happens on accident. Burgers are intentional. Pizza, it's like, you're at your family's house and they're like, let's order pizza. And you're like, yeah, I haven't had it in a while. I'll have some pizza. But when you have a fucking choice and an option to plan it, burger all day long over pizza. I will fight any one of you. Any one of you. I will fight you like Martin Fitzwater. J Money loves some pizza, but I just want French toast. You assholes, French toast is not an entree, it's a dessert. French toast is in addition to all of the above. When Skip was coaching me, I would have like whatever the meal was, like when we would do our skip loads. So let's say I did like a burrito, right, for my skip load meal. It was a burrito plus French toast. And then let's say I did a burger and fries. It was a burger and fries plus French toast. French toast is just the finisher. It is the punctuation. It's the period or the exclamation point for the meal that was prior. Foxer says, I say people who hate ketchup or pizza are suspicious. Bro, it's just not optimal. A burger is optimal. Way better. Pizza and fries together? Bro, it's a burger and fries. It's not a pizza and fries. We all know that. We all know that. You're so wrong. You're so fucking wrong, dude. You're the third person in my entire life I've met that doesn't like pizza. I'm telling you, it's fine. It's just I would never pick it. Burger with French toast for a bun. Maybe. Oh yeah, no, David and Crystal make homemade pizza. That's totally different. You fat fucks are talking about like gross ass pizza. Half of you probably eat fucking Domino's. 90% of you probably eat Domino's. Kidding. I'm kidding. Fuck. Sushi versus a burger. If I gave a shit about bodybuilding at the time, it would be sushi. Otherwise, burger. Always. Burger always. Period. Sushi's fine, but it's like That's not a real fucking cheat meal, dude, in my opinion. It's like it's just a refeed. It's just extra. We already eat meat and rice all fucking day long. So sushi is just the only nice thing about sushi is someone else made it for you. So there's no dishes and there's just more of it. There's nothing great about sushi. It's good. It's fine. But a burger is fucking great. So you can have fine or you can have fucking great. You choose. I don't care. Small says pizza's great, but my brain can't justify it for a cheat meal. That's how I look at it. There's just no redeeming quality for, yeah, yeah. Like that's probably why I don't eat pizza because like it doesn't make sense for I guess bodybuilding purposes, but that aside, like that's just how my brain's wired now. Like meals have to make sense. Pizza doesn't make sense. Just like the fat to carb to protein ratio, just it doesn't make sense. Um, it's just so heavily favored in, those other macronutrients. It just seems so out of balance, I guess. Oh yeah, I've seen pictures of Crystal said David's pizza is amazing. Yeah, I've seen pictures of it. It looks great. Alex G says ribeye steak and fries. I don't disagree with that, dude. I don't disagree with that. Chase took us to a few steakhouses at the Arnold. That's why I'm fat as fuck right now. But man, like a good steak and potato, it's hard to beat that. It's hard to beat that. I would take that over sushi any day. Small says pancakes are greater than French toast any day of the week, though. Mm, no, no, nope. You're wrong. You're wrong. French toast is better than pancakes. Sorry, but you're wrong. And cookies are better than brownies and cupcakes. Cookies are better than cupcakes and brownies. French toast is better than pancakes. Burgers are better than pizza. You're wrong. Trudge forward. Most American Italian food destroys my stomach. What does that mean? Like Olive Garden? or are you just talking about pizza? The amount of carbs and fat with acidic tomato sauce. Yeah, fuck, dude. Yeah, absolutely destroys me. Tim in the house. Here's my point. Tim is my point. OMFG! Exclamation point. Domino's barbecue chicken thin crust. Yummy. That's fucking gross, dude. Gross. Fucking gross, dude. You were disgusting, Tim. I'm never giving you a cheat meal because I know that's what you're gonna eat. Fuck. Domino's. Jesus Christ. Not only Domino's, you made it thin crust. Like it's gonna make it better. What the fuck, dude? Whew. Foxer says I only do sourdough starter 48-hour fermented wood fire pizza. As dumb as you fucking sound for saying that, it sounds amazing. It sounds amazing. But it was so specific and that it makes me sick. Fucking Mike Bell, dude, stop it. All of you stop it. Mike Bell, Domino's thin crust is pretty good. No, it's not, dude. No, it's not. Stop it. Fucking A. You guys need a raise if you if your fucking socks are just knocked off from Domino's thin crust. Am I charging you too much for coaching that you can fuck me? Oh, J Money, homemade French toast or diner? Oh, that's hard. My wife makes great homemade French toast. Man, I think I would take my wife's French toast over a diner. But I do like going to a diner for French toast. Um, there's just nostalgia and it's fun and it's whatever. But my wife's French toast is probably some of the best out there. Steve in the house, burger always. There's a new T-shirt. Yeah, always burger, burger always. Have you had the pleasure of eating Whataburger? I did. Yeah, yeah. Jonathan asked this. Yeah, I did. It was probably in like, man, it was probably 12 years ago, and it was a Whataburger attached to a gas station. Um, I was in Fort Worth, Dallas. Well, we were in Arlington. I went to meet Josh Bryant. I did the Pig Iron Classic. It was a powerlifting meet that I did out there. And yeah, I did have Whataburger, and it was good. Very good. Hypothetically, I have type 1 autism and OCD, both diagnosed. Is that a plus or a minus for bodybuilding? I've never heard of type 1 autism. Are you making that up? Are you actually making that up? Or is that an actual diagnosis of type 1 autism? If it is, what is type 1 autism? Um, what up, dude? Let me know if that's a real thing or if you're talking shit because you like to talk shit. In he's asked, is that a plus or a minus for bodybuilding? Autism and OCD. If you, I still am curious if you're making up type 1 autism. But yeah, I think there's autistic traits that correlate to being a good bodybuilder. OCD, I think, can ruin bodybuilding for people because of the stress that they cause themselves, and they fuck up their nervous systems, and they're just running in a sympathetic drive all the time. They can never shut off, and they just burn out and they quit bodybuilding because they can't handle the nonstop OCD shit that they created for themselves. So I think OCD is bad for bodybuilding until you're in prep, if that makes sense. But overall, I don't. We joke about being OCD. Like, yeah, all my food, when I measure it, it's to the gram and not 1 gram over, not 1 gram under. Um, but I think people can be too obsessive and burn out, and then they get nowhere. Because the only way you're ever going to become a decent bodybuilder is to do it for a really long time, you know, and just you got to be like 95% on 100% of the time. Because if you're 100% on all the time, you're probably going to burn out. There's some people that can do it, but it's pretty rare. Okay. Mel Mac, is it me or do you guys think sandwiches taste better when someone else makes it? I think most things taste better when someone else makes it. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, it's possible. What was my go-to cheat meal when I was powerlifting? Bro, everything was a cheat meal. What do you mean? No. I actually ate, as far as powerlifters go, I eat very clean. Because I started bodybuilding before powerlifting. And then basically someone convinced me if I want to get bigger, I need to get stronger. And then I just fully transitioned to powerlifting. Um, but what was my go-to cheat meal is Wendy's. I would have Wendy's like every Friday night before a max effort lower on Saturday. So whether it was a heavy squat day or a heavy deadlift day, I always had Wendy's the night before. Amy said steak all day. Yeah, steak's the best. Foxer says French toast is greater than pancakes. There you go. Foxer knows, guys. David's talking about this bike again. I don't know if I'm delayed or if some of you are delayed. You want down? Okay. Oh, let's see. Bye. You never had a brownie from Buckeye Brownie? No. Fucking cookies are better, bro. Always. Bye. Brownies are good, but cookies are better. There's no debating that. Cinnamon rolls are the goat, says Peyton. Cinnamon rolls are awesome. Tim England says my skip loads were core. What's wrong with that, bro? J Money, Wisconsin 6 cheese with Parmesan stuffed crust and pepperoni is the best Domino's pizza. You are fucking gross, dude. At least you're like 20 years old. But these men up here are grown ass men, old as fuck, still eating Domino's. At least you're young, Jay. Oh man. That's funny. You guys are gross. Crystal says Domino's is low tier. I agree. Crystal knows. You guys are fucking gross. Um Domino's is no different than just like gas station pizza or like whatever. David says cinnamon rolls are so great. If they weren't so high in fat, they'd be perfect. I mean, yeah, it's okay. I know like Justin Harris would have a heart attack if he heard this, but it's okay to eat fat and carbs together. Maybe not Justin. Maybe not Justin. But some people think they need to eat zero fat with their high carb days. And I don't agree with that. I don't agree with it. I do like to keep, if I am going to have something fattier, I do like to keep it towards the end of the day. Because if you have like a really high fat cheat meal at the beginning of the day, the rest of your day's fucked. The rest of your day's fucked. You're just going to spend the whole day trying to digest that meal because it's going to be slow as all hell. Small says clearly everyone is dieting right now. Not me. I'm fat as fuck. I'm fat as fuck. Um, Joe says raw sushi rolls or tempura. Tempura is the fucking best, but I do raw. Um, just just to try to keep down the deep fried shit. I try to keep it to a minimum. Um, but yeah, dude, tempura like that shit's so much better than raw sushi. But I even try to avoid avocado in most of my rolls. I like Philadelphia rolls, but cream cheese will absolutely destroy me. So I try to avoid that too. Oh, I'm missing all sorts of shit here. This is good. You guys are active now that I'm talking shit about your shitty food choices. Everyone's having a heart attack. J Money said, I'm not allowed to think about cinnamon rolls. Yeah, stop thinking about them then. Take more Retta, bro. Turn that volume down. Code Tommy, Omega Amino. What? What'd you say? What'd you say? uh, they don't watch my shit. No one's gonna cancel me. I'm in the clear. I can promote whatever I want, bitches. Ah, Tim, you are so fat. Peanut butter stuffed brioche banana Foster's French toast. Yeah, dude. That sounds good. That sounds good. You sound fat and hungry. You sound 10 weeks out. Peyton says Whataburger needs to go back to Texas and stay there. I don't know, dude. I thought it was pretty good. But like I said, that was 12 years ago. I thought people in my life 12 years ago were pretty good. Turns out they sucked. So who knows? Maybe it sucks. Cinnamon roll pancakes? Yeah. Fuck yeah. David, that wins, bro. That fucking wins, dude. But cinnamon roll French toast would be better. Okay, Blaze says it just means I'm slightly less autistic, but can still function mostly. Bro, you made that shit up. There's no type 1 autism. You made that up. That's not real. We're all autistic. We're all on the spectrum. Literally, I think everyone's on the spectrum of autism. Um, but you can't make up your own types, you fucking weirdo. That makes you even more autistic. I can still function mostly. Bro, people with you are nuts, Blaze. uh, yeah, Foxer says, watch your son to see which key he hits to fuck up your microphone. I know. David says, Tommy, type 1 is Chris Edmonds. You guys are making shit up. There's no type 1 autism. It's not fucking diabetes, you weirdos. Blaze, I let that one go. That you said I can still functionally mostly. I let it go. But now that you corrected it, I have to call it out. Crunchy says, my OCD drives my wife crazy. I think my OCD burnt her out. Yeah. Yeah, that will happen. That will happen. You guys got to be careful with that. You got to be careful with it. And, as a coach, of course, I'm going to tell you to follow your plans and, um, obviously follow your plans. You guys pay for them and everything like that. But at the same time, you have to learn how to just fucking slow down sometimes. Just calm down sometimes because you will burn out. You will burn out. Amy says, J Money, my cinnamon rolls are life changing. Yeah, yeah. We got to try some of those. We got to try some of those. Mike Bell says, yeah, we can he's like, I'm good if we stop talking about food now. I was supposed to recap the Arnold for this live, and that's not fucking happening. It's fine. Nick didn't win, so nothing matters anyways. Joey says, don't worry, no Domino's in my future. I was considering Costco. I think Costco's better quality than Domino's. I'm going to say it right here. Amy, I'm going to have to message you behind Austin's back for some of those cinnamon rolls. Man, Jay, get them, bro. Amy says cream cheese has no place in sushi. I disagree, but cream cheese has no place in my stomach or it will fucking destroy me. It will destroy me. Speaking of, Jay says, Amy, do you Do you cream cheese frosting or vanilla icing on your cinnamon rolls? Foxer said, I'm super acoustic. We know, bro. We know. We know, Foxer. Blaze says, I can send you the test my doctor gave me when I was 13. It says type 1 autism. It's not a real fucking thing, Blaze. Your doctor's an asshole. Send it to me. 13, that was 4 years ago. You fuck. Type 1 autism. Shut the fuck up, Blaze. You're a liar. You're a liar and a cheater. Joey, I'm autistic as fuck. Kind of gotta be to bodybuild. Yeah, probably. Yeah, a little stupid to bodybuild also. Like, it's actually further than just being autistic. Like, you just have to be like fucking kind of dumb. Trudge forward. My favorite breakfast place when I lived in South Florida made a croissant French toast. That sounds good. Small says Blaze, I'm diagnosing you with type 3. Yeah. Yeah, he's up there, bro. He's up there. Type 4. Give him some Retta for his autism. Um Joe says, how do you recommend people warm up before legs to prime the knees, hips, and prepare hamstrings and quads to keep potential for injury lower? That's a good question. I really like you can get like a hip circle. It's like one of those like round booty bands that you wear around your knees, and then you can just do like some walking back and forth, some side stepping. That will start warming up like the glutes and stuff. A little bit of dynamic work, stuff like that. You can do resisted treadmill walk, put the treadmill on an incline. This is what I used to do. I would put the treadmill on an incline, leave it off, and I would do resisted tread walk for like 2 minutes forward, resisted tread walk for like 2 minutes backwards. And then I would do some banded hip circle stuff. So just forward and back, um, sidestepping, just things like that, just getting the hips going and the glutes going. And then I would open the leg day with leg curls, sometimes calves too, because calves will actually help the knee as well. Um, let's see if I'm missing any. How do you recommend people warm up before legs to prime the knees and hips and prepare the hamstrings and quads so that the potential for injury is lower? Yeah, that's what I would do is just basically start getting a sweat before you get into anything. And then when you do start like your first movement, just do plenty of feeder sets before you actually get to your first working set. Um, that's what I would recommend. And I keep the for myself, um, I keep the bigger compound stuff towards the end of the workout. So things like hack squat and like things like that, like a more compound based movement. I probably am not going to do that until like 3 or 4 exercises in. So then I know everything's nice and warmed up. J Money, type 1.5 if you're Big Paul. Is that what he says for his diabetes? Type 1.5. I've never heard him say that. That's funny though. No, I've never heard him say that. I've heard him say I know he has diabetes, but I don't think I've ever heard him say 1.5. I think you guys make shit up. Fucking Blaze. I'm not even gonna read that out loud. David says, you guys tell me. David says Nick got robbed, but Andrew actually looks really good. Martin should have placed lower. What do you guys think about David's opinion there? Nick got robbed, but Andrew actually looks really good. Martin should have placed lower. That's what David said. What do you guys think? Mike Bell asked, did you get a chance to meet Nick? No. No, I didn't, unfortunately. Amy's still talking about cinnamon rolls. She's sending me pictures of cinnamon rolls. Oh, goodness gracious. A day will come where I buy some, but I'm too fat for that, says Jay. For inclined walking. What? What are you saying? What are you saying, Foxer? For what the fuck are you saying? For incline walking, what's your top two weighted vests, and then bottom two? I don't even know, bro. Are you asking me about brands of what are you asking me? Damn it. If you're asking me about brands of weighted vests, I just have a Rogue one. I haven't like cared to research weighted vest. So I just got the one from Rogue, and then they have like these plates that you can insert into the vest. Yeah. Good morning, late to the party, but 2.5x, so I'm all caught up. Good job. I'm sure you're fully educated now from all my stupid shit. Man, this is bad. I don't know why the fuck you guys even watch this. This is hilarious. But you entertain me, so I appreciate all of you. Yo, Adam in the house. What up, my dogs? Adam, what's going on, dude? What's going on, man? Perfect timing for the elliptical. There's no good timing for elliptical, my friend. There's there's no fucking good timing for the elliptical or cardio in general. Pissed pajamas. I love starting with a deep stretch donkey calf raise. Okay, yeah, on leg day to increase ankle mobility. Yeah, it's a good idea. Great transfer over to any back squat if you're not into Olympic weightlifting shoes. He said no one should be. Yeah, I think training the calves first has multiple benefits, and ankle mobility being one of them for sure. I would not love, for me, the idea of going into a deep stretch, like fresh walking out of the street, because I train in the morning. So, like, all I can think of is my Achilles ripping off and rolling up into my calf. So I would probably do something before that. But yeah, I definitely agree with training the calves. That's a good call. And I don't disagree with the Olympic shoes. He's talking about shoes with a raised heel that are going to essentially artificially give you more ankle mobility. It kind of does other things. It shifts your center of gravity a little bit forward, so the bar is loaded different on your back if you're back squatting. So that yeah, but yeah, I agree. J Money, Nick couldn't get robbed if Andrew beat him at the Olympia. It's a fair win. Okay, I see what you're saying, Jay. But the Arnold will always favor shape. If they were top two at the Olympia, Nick might have won. Do you agree, Jay? Do you think that's real? Or do you think that should be the case? Maybe I'm not saying you're wrong, but do you think that should be the case? Should certain shows be judged different than others? Let me know what you think. I don't know. It's bodybuilding, right? I don't know. I don't know. Like, should this show be judged different than the next? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know that it should. And I'm not saying that you're wrong or that it isn't. I'm just saying I really don't know that it should be that way. But I do think you're probably right. Crunchy said, I think Nag? Who the fuck is Nag? Crunchy said, I think Nick's leg definition and lats were better in my opinion. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I had Nick winning a lot of poses. The truth is, full honesty, I didn't even look at Andrew. So I don't know if it was fair or not. I didn't even look at the guy. I don't know why I didn't. I really just didn't. I really just didn't. I was mostly looking at Nick and Hottie. Um, and I don't even think I gave Andrew a fair look, to be fair. Um, the most impressive to me, and not saying he should have gotten first, but the most impressive person to me was Brandon Curry. I think that was his best look ever. Um, I think that was his best look ever. That's all I'm going to say. Um, and I think he probably should have placed higher. But yeah. Adam said, not perfect timing. I guess I'm an hour late. Don't worry. It's just an hour of me talking about stupid shit. So you didn't miss anything. Yeah, Fox, just get a rogue weighted vest. I don't know. Maybe someone else has suggestions. I've never looked into anything else. I just do their plate carrier or whatever the fuck it is. Adam says, I thought Nick looked insane in his best, but I think eyes go to Andrew naturally, better shape and more space on stage. But my eyes didn't. I'm not the judge, but I'm just saying, like, for some reason, I didn't look at him at all. I don't know why, but I really didn't. Um, and of course, I have bias because I like Nick and everything like that, and I like Hottie a lot too. Number 74. I have the Rogue plate care. Yeah, just get that one, dude. Just get that one. Yeah, he says the plates are contoured. Yeah. I like it. It's fine. It's fine. Joey says, what do you have against squat shoes? I love mine. Only a 12 millimeter lift, but it helps my quad training a ton. It's not that I necessarily have anything against them. The truth, you want to know the truth? I just don't want a fucking extra pair of shoes to have to change into and then like certain movements feel weird. I right now I squat barefoot. Not barefoot. That's fucking gross. I hate seeing people literally like have you guys ever watched Jordan Peters fucking training barefoot? And the bottom of his feet are like black. I'm like, bro, you can't at least wear socks? Like, damn, dude. It just cracks me up. No, I don't have anything against them. I don't think they should be used as a crutch, is kind of what piss pajamas point is. And that's what I agree with. Um, but yeah, if whatever anything that makes your training better, I support it. Anything that makes your training better, I support it. You said it has helped my quad training a ton. So yeah, why I don't have anything against something that's going to make your training better. Um, I just think that um, keeping awareness into ankle mobility might be worth looking into. Jay said, I do think they judge the Arnold and the Olympia different, but I don't think it should be a thing. Yeah, I think they do too. Um, I think they do too. Yeah, it probably shouldn't be a thing, but it is for sure. It is. Small says Nick just loses so much on the front shots. Almost every other pose he wins, but he doesn't win them as bad as he loses the front shots. There's only 2 front shots, though. He could fucking not do those and still win the other 6. The side try is debatable. His front lat spread has gotten better, but it's fucking awful. It's awful. His front double isn't bad, but it's not as good as Andrew's. Andrews might be the best in the world. His front double. The only one I liked, the only front double I liked more than Andrews was Sean Roden. Rest in peace. Foxer says, I'll stop being cheap and do the rogue. Bro, you're fuck. Foxer, how much money did you spend on peptides last year? I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll let you get out your calculator. How much money did you spend on peptides last year? And you're not going to spend $300 on a fucking weighted vest that will last you the rest of your life? Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Go buy some Dominoes, you ass. David said, yeah, I didn't look to Andrew much either. Yeah, like for some reason, I just didn't look at him. I don't know why. I really don't. I really don't. Mike Bell says, Tyler said Nick's transitions hurt him a bit. Yeah, I think that's weird too. I mean, I part of me gets it, and the other part of me is like, I don't. Part of me, part of me hates that because, like, guys, they're transitioning between poses. They're transitioning between poses. The poses are when everyone's in the pose. Now we can compare them. But like what they do in between, I understand that you want to keep it tight and everything, and you're being judged the entire time, but like the poses are when you're holding the pose, like but yeah, I guess I get it. It sucks that it's that way. Because anyone that's ever posed, you just don't get a break, it sucks. It sucks because um you just want to be able to you want to be able to compare them when they're in the pose. Like the judges should just be hanging out until they're in their pose, and then they're like, "Oh, okay, all right, let's watch." But no, I do get it. Small says that's all BS. His waist wasn't even that bad between poses. He's talking about what Tyler said. So Small says, yeah, all that's BS. His waist wasn't even bad between poses. Andrew was arguably just as bad, even in the pose. Yeah, Andrew can't pose for shit, and he won best poser. Like, what the fuck? Why? Because he did the splits. So dumb. He sucks at posing. He still sucks. Jay Money said, when it comes to open, I don't think transition should be judged like that. He said, if the gut is terrible in the pose, it should be, but not transitions. It shouldn't matter in classic either. It shouldn't matter in classic either. During the comparison round, during your posing routine, which I don't even fucking know why they bother with anymore. I know everyone loves posing routines. I think they're fucking yawnable. Like they're boring unless you're Terrence Ruffin. Like he's the only one that does cool posing shit. Everyone else, it's like it's fucking boring, dude. This is boring. Just make a YouTube video for all the weirdos that want to watch posing routines. Otherwise, just do the comparisons and cut out fucking in 2 hours of the show. That's just a waste of time. 280-pound dudes posing their lungs out and they expect them to keep a men's physique waist. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. Mike said it seems like they hold Nick to a different standard. He was huge and the most shredded one there. Yeah. Yeah, they seem a bit tough on him. Um but I mean, second place at the Arnold is pretty fucking crazy. You guys got to remember, Nick hasn't been pro for that long. He hasn't even been a pro that long. And due to like injuries and stuff, he almost took 2 years off, basically. So yeah, Nick hasn't even been a professional that long. Trudge Forward said Nick put on a clinic at the Arnold. Who has been the hard Who has been that hard and detailed head to toe in all the shots in the last decade? Yeah, not many. Not many. That's for sure. Yay, buddy says, and he beat Hottie. Yeah, can't deny that. And even if Hottie was off a little bit, Hottie is still one of the best in the world. So, and Nick beat him. I mean, what did Hottie place at the Olympia, right? And Nick beat him here at the Arnold. So, yeah, that says a lot. It says a lot. Yeah, I thought Brandon probably should have placed a little higher, but Nick has basically been in prep for 2 years straight. If you were his coach, what would you want his priorities to be? I don't know that he's been in prep for 2 years straight. Maybe. But you got to remember, like, these guys don't need full blown off seasons anymore. Bro, they're like, we're already talking about guys that are 300 pounds. So, like, they don't need like growing phases anymore. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not going to benefit them. Um, they really just need to keep showing up and, bringing better posing, more professional um, posing. Um, he said fair, but the question is still valid. Yeah. So no, the priorities for a guy like Nick, for example, um, would just be, keeping inflammation down the best he can. Um, just continuing to train the way he trains, not not gaining an extreme amount of weight anymore. He doesn't need to. I think anything exceeding 20 pounds over stage weight would just not there would it would serve no purpose for a guy his size. Um, so yeah, I wouldn't want to see him. I wouldn't want to see him really go over 20 pounds over like a projected stage weight. Um, and then just keeping the body healthy and everything like that. But yeah, it's not something like, oh, he needs to put on more size. Like, no, he doesn't. He just needs to keep showing up. Um, what he is now is what he's gonna be. He can get, a little bit better here and there, but like these are guys at the top level. We're not talking about guys at the NPC level who need more size, need to push for more size. Like, these guys just need to just keep showing up. That's all. Not blowing out, not trying to gain a bunch of weight in the off season. It's not going to serve them any purpose at this point, you know. Um, so they would be better off focusing on things like maybe practicing posing. And if he's really getting marked down for the transitions, then practice fucking transitions all year long. Like, um, yeah, like I said, it's not something like, oh, well, he could use more quad sweep. It's like, how much quad sweep is he really going to get? How much of anything extra is he really going to get? Yeah, he can put on a couple ounces of muscle here and there, but it's like these guys are already essentially maxed out. None of them are going to put on like a ton of muscle, but they can make what they have look different, is my point. He said since last January he's been in prep, so it's been at least a year. He's taking some time off for a health phase. Um, yeah, it's hard, but how does he quantify being in prep? What does that mean? You know what I mean? Like when a guy says, "Yeah, I'm in prep." So when's your show? 45 weeks from now? It's like, hmm. Oh, you're in prep? Yeah, I'm in prep. So anyone can say they're in prep at any time. So I just it would matter how he quantifies being in prep, right? Because that's saying just it doesn't like paint the whole picture. I'm in prep. Well, when's your show? Because that matters, right? Mike Bell, he definitely could have cleaned up that 30K in Detroit and got his qualification, but he knows what he's got to do. Yeah, I guess so. But he didn't he just make 250K at the Arnold? So what the fuck? I'm not saying 30K is anything to like scoff at, but it's a lot of money. But he just made $250,000 at the Arnold, taking second. You know what I mean? So what the fuck? What's he gonna do with what he doesn't care about that 30K? It's not worth it to him. It's not worth it. 30K could go for a good chunk of peptide. You think Nick pays for peptides? Shut the fuck up, Boxer. Alex G says thoughts on Mike missing weight. It's his fault. It's his fault. He tried to cheat and he got caught. That's my thoughts. He's a cheater. Cheater, pumpkin eater, pizza eater. Mike probably eats fucking Dominoes like you fat asses. That's why he missed weight. Yeah, no, Alex, I just think he's a cheater. I think that's shit. You know how tall you are. You've always been that tall. Stop cheating. Stop being a cheater, dude. That's not cool. It's not fucking cool. And it's just, I don't know what else to say about it. That's how I feel. I just think it's silly. I think it's silly, and you're a professional and you should know better. And you're trying to lie to everyone, and it's blatantly obvious. And now that's just shitty to your fans. I don't know. I don't love it. I don't love it at all. Yeah, Foxer. Nick doesn't pay for any peptides, bro. I'm fairly certain of this. And he shouldn't have to, but yeah, he doesn't need $30,000. He's doing fine. He's doing fine. Um Joey says, my buddies and I always make fun of people who say shit like I'm 48.3 weeks out of the bumfuck class. Yeah, it's so when guys say I'm in prep, there needs to be a timeline correlated with that. Otherwise, you're just always in prep. It's bodybuilding. You're never not in preparation for your sport, right? Because we just bodybuild. We're always in prep. I'm in prep right now. When's your show? I don't fucking know. Whichever shitty show I pick. Mike Bell says, I'm just saying Nick was already in shape. He could have easily got his qualification. He's fine, bro. He's fine. He's not worried about it. He's not worried about it, you know? David says Mike's just a cheater. 100%. 100%. He's just a cheater with a weird mustache. And when guys call themselves the badass, I have a problem with that. But great physique. I just think that's weird. Jay Money says Joey 56 weeks out from the Mr. Potato Head Classic at Idaho. Yeah, exactly. Shred Quest in the house. Kevin Turner, my man. What up, dude? Welcome, welcome. We're an hour and a half in, and I've just been talking shit. So you didn't miss anything good. Promise. I promise. Nothing good happened here. Just me being dumb. Amy says Mike missing weight is unprofessional and inexcusable. I agree. I agree. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy talk. Yeah, it is crazy talk, guys. He's a professional. A professional, guys. Crazy. J Money. If Wesley fills out his cap, like his hat, his baseball hat, if Wesley fills out his cap, do you think he has a good chance at the Olympia? Especially with Mike being unable to cheat? Yeah, I do. And last year I would have said no. But Wesley, his legs have changed shape, which was like for me a glaring problem. Not like a weakness. They were just weird. I just didn't love them. I just didn't love how they were shaped. Like they just looked like fucking hot dogs with grill marks and everything in them. But now they're shaping that he's getting a sweep and it's making his waist look better. And this is like what I was talking about with Dylan asking, like, what can Nick do better? Well, just like take what he has and make it more presentable, try to shape it a little different. But Nick doesn't have to put on any more muscle. You know what I mean? He really doesn't. He really doesn't. So, what else do we got? Alex said, I didn't know Mike tried to cheat. Yeah, essentially, yeah. He basically was trying, he was basically going to try to come in taller. He's going to make himself taller so he could be in a heavier weight class, which would essentially allow him to be bigger on stage. So, yeah, Alex, he pretty much knowingly cheated. Whether people want to believe that or not, it looks like a cheater to me. What the fuck, Jay? Mike also names his inner demon Iblis the Bat. That's silly. You're joking. You're joking. Oh, Alex, the crowds were insane, bro. The crowd. I felt like I was at like a fucking, I don't know, like a Grateful Dead concert. Like shoulder to there's just less weed. Maybe there wasn't even that much less weed. People were vaping weed pens in the fucking expo. Yeah, a bunch of young kids smoking their vape pens and shit. But yeah, dude, the crowds were crazy. I would try to leave the booth every once in a while just to try to get some steps in, and like I wasn't getting any fucking steps in, dude. I was shoulder to shoulder with like just moving slow as fuck. I'm like, I'm not leaving the booth anymore. So I basically just didn't leave the booth for the rest of the weekend because it was crazy, dude. It was crazy. I think they say it was one of the biggest Arnolds yet, or like the most crowded one in the last 10 years or something. I don't know. It was absolutely wild. It was absolutely wild. Mike Bell says, I just happened to be in the right place and was lucky enough to see Ramon posing at the Arnold. That's cool. Um, Dude has unlimited charisma. I like Ray. Yeah, Ramon. I like him. I think he's dope. I think he's dope. I like Wesley more, but I'm a little biased because he's kind of friends with Chase and um he's kind of friends with my circle of people. So I, I have a bias, that's all. David says, Jay, please tell me you're joking. His inner demon, I'm starting to hate him more. Jay, is that a real thing or are you talking shit? Are you making it up like Blaze with his type 1 autism? Amy said the expo was an absolute madhouse. They need to ban people for bringing empty suitcases to fill. Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. That shit takes up a lot of space. That shit takes, yeah, like, and then everyone's wearing a backpack. So like that takes everyone's like 3 times wider than they should be because they all have their backpacks on. Um so yeah, it is. I get it, bodybuilders need to bring their food with them and stuff. Um But yeah, it does. Everyone wearing a backpack and like carrying a suitcase, like it obviously takes up a lot of space. Jay Money said they've also been hiding him short, and he finally has the 6'3" cap he's always supposed to. Oh, you're talking about Wesley. Yeah, Wesley has room to fill out the weight cap if he wants. No, Crunchy. Crunchy asks, is cardio a good idea when you're sick with bronchitis? No, bro. Nothing is a good idea when you're sick besides resting. Do not leave your house. One, you're an asshole if you get someone else sick. And two, it's just not good for you, dude. Your body wants to rest. It's literally telling you. It's literally telling you, hey, I'm fucking sick. Like, let's chill. Don't do cardio, bro. Don't do cardio. Take a Broncaid for the bronchitis, and that will raise your heart rate enough to replace your cardio. That's not medical advice. I'm joking, kind of. Stop it, Jay. Jay says he calls his inner demon E Bliss. It's corny and hilarious. That's not real. This guy is not real. David said, Amy, I agree. The free shit at the Arnold has gotten out of hand. Just a bunch of children wanting free stuff. They don't care. It's so funny because, like, a couple people came up to our booth and they were like young, like 15. And of course, we are a research company with peptides for research, right? And so these kids would come up to me and they would be like, can I have a free bag? I'll be like, well, I'm like, do you research with peptides? Like, that's not how I said it. I'm just keeping it PG for YouTube. And they're like, well, I'm 14. I'm like, what the fuck do you want a bag for? Well, I just want to carry my shit. Okay. Just give me your mom's email address and I'll give you a free bag. So, yeah, super fucking weird. Is this free? Yeah, it's free. Oh, cool. Is this free? Yeah, I just need your email address. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Cool. Free stuff. Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. Amy says they're like piranhas. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is like Costco. People climbing over each other to get free pre-workout samples. I have never, literally not ever once used a fucking sample that I've gotten from anything ever. Like when you do local bodybuilding shows, a lot of you know this. They give you like a swag bag that has like fucking 12 different pre-workout samples in it, and they all are 900 milligrams caffeine. They all suck, and like I've never ever used a sample. So I don't know what the fuck these guys do, guys and girls with thousands of samples of like shitty proteins and fucking bad pre-workout. Like I don't know what they do with them. They just put them in their pantry, like those fucking lifesavers you get in your stocking as a kid. Those Christmas lifesavers that sit there for 10 years. Like what? I don't know. I don't know. Mel says Arnold and his promotional team have really made the event draw. Yeah, why they can't afford that kind of purse. Olympia should take notes. The Arnold is better than the Olympia. The Olympia is super cool though because it's in Vegas. So it is kind of cool to travel out to Vegas. And maybe it's cool for people to travel to Columbus, but like we live next door, so it's not cool to me. But the Arnold is great. The Arnold really is great. Peyton says Mike is a cheater. Also, just a bad person to deal with in general, from what I've heard. He and Martin, the water buffalo, are not good reps for the sport. Yeah. David said they're adding another day to the Arnold, apparently, which might make it better, but three. Oh my God. Yeah, we were all smoked after the expo. I'm still trying to like regain my brain cells from just like talking with that many people and, you know, just the travel. And we're all very structured people. So, like, being off our normal schedule for that many days, and like I was off my perfect diet for 5 days or more, and like man, just yeah, it takes a toll on you. I brought most of my food, but for the last meal, like I said, Chase would either take us out to dinner or we would order in. And I just wanted to spend time with my friends. And I really didn't care to be the guy sitting and eating out of a Tupperware. I just wanted to hang out with my friends. And that's what I suggested my clients that were there, David Crystal, everyone else, unless they were in prep. I'm like, just chill. Just chill this week. Like, let's just all hang out and refresh, and then we'll dial back in when we get home. Sometimes you got to do that stuff. This is what I was talking about earlier about, is OCD good for bodybuilding? Kind of, until it burns you out. And people will burn out. People will burn out. I promise. I see it all the time, guys. Clients leave me all the time, and they specifically let me know that it's not because of me. They're like, I just can't do this to my family anymore. And it's like, yeah, I get that, but we can find some sort of balance. We have to be able to, because if you guys want to do this for a long time, which you have to, if you ever want to look like something respectable, it requires a long time. And if you're on a plan that is just so incredibly difficult to follow, or you're just so OCD about it, you're just not going to last. You're not going to last. And we need to figure that out for some of you. Let's see. Oh yeah, Foxer, 15 watching and only 7 likes. Man, you guys are treating me like Mike the Badass right now. J Money, I promise it's real. Ask Austin. He jokes about it all the time. He's talking about Mike's inner demon. Nah, he's serious, says Dylan. Guys, this can't be real. Shred Quest, my boy, says Bliss is a definite real thing. To Mike, at least. You guys are fucking, you're messing with me. There's no way a grown-ass man is saying weird things like this. Melmac asks, thoughts on Sam Sulek and how he compares to someone like Vissers. Oh, he's not even in the same playing field as Vissers. Like, there's not even, no, bro. Vissers is like his fucking, Vissers is like his uncle. It's like, and that's not to take anything away from Sam, but he's only done 3 shows, bro. Vissers has been pro for a while, and Wesley's like one of the best in the world. But Solik will get there. I believe he'll get better. But bro, he's literally a child, and that's not to like flame him or take anything away from him. Bro, he has a skateboarder haircut on stage, like he's just a kid. He's just a kid, but he's gonna be great. He's gonna be great if he sticks to it for sure. Yeah, David says, Mel, I think Sam has a good physique, but he's a baby. Yeah, he needs to be better at posing. Yeah, more time, but he'll be awesome. Yeah, dude, he's gonna be great. He's gonna be great. He's just young, dude. He's just young to the sport. Not only in age, he's literally young in the sport. He's done 3 shows, bro. Quite impressive. Bliss told me to get Domino's pizza this week, Tommy. Sorry. You I can't believe this. Do you think Beef Stew will ever win a show? No. Sorry, Joey, if you like him or not. I don't know. And it's not that I don't like him. I have opinions about him. I think he's fine. I think he's fine. I think his physique is good. I do think he tends to be kind of like negative about shit. Like, oh, all these kids, they run all this gear and they look like shit. And it's like, I don't fully disagree with him. But it's like, bro, like, guys look up to you, man. Like, guys look up to Beef Stew. And when he's like just shitting on all of his fans all the time, like, oh yeah, all you guys do is run a bunch of gear, you still look like shit. It's like, bro, that's not nice. Like, That's not nice, bro. Just stop it. Stop shitting on people. It's rude and gross. Foxer. Um, hot take, Broncade and cardio. You're psycho. Bliss just bought cinnamon rolls from Amy fucking J. Amanda John in the house. Are you still rambling? Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Yeah. Joey says, yes, he is Amanda. Yeah. It's my inner demon rambling. Yeah. Foxer, my 9-year-old asks me at least once a week when he can start peptides. I say, when you have a license, we can talk. That's bad, Foxer. Your 9-year-old asking you to use peptides. That's bad, Foxer. When you have a license, we can talk. Holy shit. Oh my God. Jay Money said, Joey, shut the fuck up. Beef stew will never win. And that's 99% his own fault. Jay said it, not me. I'm just reading. I'm just giving the people what they want. And I'm reading the chat as written, verbatim. DLC, I only like samples of products I wanted to use in the first place from companies I know and trust. Yeah, and I've just never seen those. It won't be in Vegas this year. They moved it to Florida. Yeah, I remember hearing that, which is fine. Florida's cool. David said, I'm finally feeling back to normal, and it's been almost a week. I'm still not feeling normal. I'm still holding a good amount of water. I'm just bogged down, just kind of slow. It's getting there. It's getting there. Oh, sorry, Joey. Jay, you said Joey Stew will never win. Okay, sorry. My bad. I assume the worst from you. David said it was a nice mental reset, though. Guys, listen to that. It was a nice mental reset. It was definitely nice to not worry so much. Guys, that's real shit, my friends. That is real stuff. A nice mental reset. Guys, we all need that. I know we're all tough and hardcore and yeah, I haven't missed a meal since 1985. Like, it doesn't fucking matter, dude. Sometimes we need a reset. Do you guys have like a fucking computer or mobile device? What do you guys call them? Cell phones? What are they called? Jay? Is there a new fancy name since you're the youngest here? You probably got some fucking, I don't know, some name for it. If you guys have any of those like devices and shit, don't they just work better after you reset them? Don't they work better after you reset your pocket computer? Says Jay. Tell me they don't just operate better. Every good once in a while, just resetting that fucking phone. And then, Jay can doom scroll Instagram again. Free flowing, no lagging. His algorithm even got better. Just from a nice reset. Guys, it's real shit. It's real shit. Sometimes we all need that. Otherwise, you're going to burn out. You're going to burn out. And then we're going to have the conversation of, I don't know if I can live this lifestyle. You can. You can. You just need to reset. Get your shit together. Hit the reset. Go have some meals with your family, with your wife, whatever, your husband, whatever it is, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever the fuck. With Bliss, go eat a cinnamon roll with Bliss, and come back to reality. And what do you say, Jay? Lock in, yeah, get locked back in, and let's roll. Right? Sometimes you got to hit the reset button. That's it. or you will not last. You won't. You won't. You won't. You won't. You won't. You will for a while, but you'll last longer if you know when to hit the reset. Promise. I promise. And then the reset won't have to be so dramatic all the time, right? Like, yeah, I chose to do a reset and it turned into a 6 month no gym and eating McDonald's every day. Well, you just waited too long to hit that reset and then it turned into a bad thing, right? So if you guys get burnt out, sometimes the burnout lasted longer than if you would have just given yourself a weekend and just like fucking chill for a second. Slow down. Slow down. Life is pretty good when you like can slow down and be in it. Otherwise, it's just happening to us and we're just living in it, and but if you can like be intentional, and actually dialed into what's happening around you, man, I mean, life can be pretty good. But when you're worried about being 10 minutes late to your next meal, man, man, you're missing life. You're missing life. So if you need a reset, take it, get dialed back in. That's it. That's it. You got to have scheduled resets. And I don't have to give them to you as your coach. You know what some of the best check-ins are for me? Hey Tommy, it was my wife's birthday, so I went out to dinner with her. We had a great time, and now I'm dialed back in. Cool. Sounds good. Sounds good. Fucking continue on. Carry on. That's it. Now, if you're in prep, I'm probably going to give you some shit. If you're in prep, contest prep, and when I say contest prep, I mean 20 weeks on, right? To show date. 20 weeks to show date, in my opinion, is what I would quantify as contest prep. So when Nick Walker said he's been in contest prep for 2 years, he just quantifies it different. That's all. This is great. Kevin Turner. Guys, Kevin's a great coach. He's ShredQuest on Instagram. Good friend of mine. He actually doesn't live far from me, which is cool. Him and I agree on so much shit because we came up with the same guys, looking up to the same guys, learning from the same guys and girls. So a lot of his shit, like, and mine, are one for one, right? He says, when we were talking about resetting, he said a normal reset, not a factory reset. Never go full factory reset. That's what I'm talking about, guys. That's what I'm talking about. Don't go full factory reset. You don't want to reprogram everything, right? That's the best. Can I pin that? I don't know. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I can. That's the best advice right there. Never, ever go full factory reset, guys. Never, never. Normal resets, good. Factory reset, bad. Okay, what did I miss? What did I miss? Pocket computers, yeah. Foxer, I had major guilt, anxiety about planning or not following my plan for a vacation. Thankfully, Tommy didn't string me up by my thumbs. Yeah, guys. Oh, I went on vacation with my family and I missed 10 grams of jasmine rice. Guys, if you say shit like that to me and you're not in contest prep, I'm going to fucking roll my eyes. And I'm probably going to be disappointed that I'm probably going to be disappointed. And this is coming from someone I brought my own food to my wedding. Looking back on that, would I do that now? Probably not, guys. I probably could have used that reset at that time. And life is going to give you the resets. You don't have to plan them. Just life is going to happen. Oh, I had to travel for work. There's your reset. Recognize them, identify them, accept them, roll with it. Roll with it. You don't have to be an asshole. You can still be somewhat on plan when you travel. It isn't hard to do. There's grocery stores everywhere. We went to Kroger when we got there, and I had MegaFit meal shit with me, and we figured it out. We figured it out. I brought a bag of cream of rice and a container of protein. I was fucking good. I was good. Like I said, I hit all my meals besides the last one, then I ate whatever I wanted. Um, but recognize these normal resets as they come about. Because if you don't, it turns into a factory reset. I love that, Kevin. Thank you. Yeah, love that. Yep. Major guilt, anxiety, guys, that's crazy. Imagine what that does to your body. Major guilt and anxiety about food. Man, that's causing more damage than if you would have went off plan a little bit. You're causing more damage, and your family is looking at you like, what a fucking weirdo. Like, we just wanted to go to breakfast with you because we're in Disney, and you said no because you're weird. It's like, guys, I'm a bodybuilder, I know where some of you are coming from, but at the same time, I think that I'm a good guy to listen to. When I tell you to chill the fuck out, it should come from a place of, okay, he's telling me to chill. I need to chill because that dude is not chill, right? So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. David says 1 weekend of eating 75% good and 25% shit was plenty. I was so ready to be back. Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm just ready to get back to plan. He did say that cake that was bigger than my head was fantastic, though. Yeah, that cake was ridiculous. Red velvet cake with chocolate ganache. Crystal said, it's okay if you need a reset. We live in a simulation anyways. Yeah, it's so true. That's so true. Oh, Alex G, the balance does make life more enjoyable. More lifestyle for the gains, though. Here's the other thing to remember. The longer you are strict and more better is better is the longer you're strict to build this base of muscle and good condition, the more leadway you give yourself to have more resets without completely derailing your progress. So what I mean by that is the more work you do up front, getting in shape, staying in shape year round, the more stuff you do up front, you set yourself up better for resets because you already did the work up front, right? So the better you are, you know, creating that environment so that you can get away with this shit. But if you are always fucking off, then it's not going to work. But if you're 90, 95%, 100% of the time, you're going to get away with it. But if you're only 100% dialed in 60% of the time, that's not good. That's where those factory resets are an issue, right? Like Kevin said. Shred Quest. DLC probably program the simulation. Yeah. Man, Joey, if I did, I'd have a much better house. Yeah, we live in The Sims. That would be playing on easy mode, though. I bet you're the kind of guy to play hardcore games like Elden Ring. Yeah. I just like soul-like games, actually. I love a hard game, but I don't have time nor patience to die a million times. Yeah, there's no time for that shit, unfortunately. No time for that. What else we got? I had a few questions come in. Let's see. One of them was about, let's see. Good morning, Tommy. I was curious if you can talk about it on the live. My wife started Retta, and she says she feels like she has more energy, almost like she's on Adipex. I had to look up Adipex because I didn't know what it was. It sounds like a stimulant based appetite suppressant. Um, it seems more mild than like an Adderall or something, based off the quick lookup that I did. She's been on that before, so she knows what that feels like. She feels more alert and like it's affecting her sleep. Does that sound normal for Retta? I don't know much about the GLPs, he says. Yeah, totally normal. The energy is partly because you're partitioning nutrients better, um, and the fat oxidation and everything like that. So you're naturally going to have, it's naturally is probably the wrong word. You're going to have more energy utilizing these GLP agonists. Um, like I said, the insulin sensitivity part of it, fat oxidation, and just partitioning nutrients better. So you're actually using the shit that you're eating. Essentially, I guess would be the best way to explain it. Um, there is a slight uptick in heart rate and sympathetic drive when you do use GLP type drugs. So sleep is likely going to be affected um, for most people. Most people are going to have, at least in the beginning, um, somewhat of a negative impact on their sleep quantity and quality, as well as probably an elevated resting heart rate, as well as a nocturnal resting heart rate. Those are both more than likely going to be elevated. Um, for most people that I've seen, at least, it balances out and does start to almost correct itself. Part of that is from just losing weight, um, and part of it is from your body actually acclimating to the compound. But yeah, you will. A lot of people are going to notice impact on their sleep with these different compounds, but it's part of the trade-off, guys. You either want to be fat or you want your sleep affected a little bit. And like I said, most people will adjust to that. Just make sure you're nailing all your sleep hygiene stuff, your typical sleep hygiene stuff, right? Um, so yeah, that was a good question. But yeah, totally normal for people to feel more energized and alert on things like retatrutide, or as others call it, retatrutide. You gotta pronounce it right, otherwise you don't know what you're talking about. Very important stuff. So if you're guy or girl making your Domino's pizza and they say tomato, man, they don't know what they're talking about. That Domino's pizza is not going to be good. Alex G, have you tried the Gorilla Mind energy drink? Are you sponsored by them, Alex? I feel like you asked me this. I have. I have. I like them. I like them. The Gorilla Mind drinks are pretty good. These are terrible. These these are fucking so bad. But I didn't have time to get to the gas station today to get my normal Ghost. So we are scrubbing on these fucking, these are shit. These are garbage, dude. These are like, they're so bad. They're so bad. I bought this case probably like over a year ago, and I still have like 12 left. It was a case of 20. So yeah, it's not good. Not good. My work gives us free ghosts, so we've been getting tired of them. Man, are you guys hiring? No, we get My boss takes care of us at work. We get free to us Monster Zeros. So we got, a variety pack of Zero Monster, and he takes care of us. He takes care of us. So we do good. We do good. Yeah, Ghost is so much better than like everything. Ghost is great. Celsius is such fucking trash. It's so bad. I'm mad that even I even showed this can in case in case they get some sort of advertisement benefit out of it because it's shit. It's garbage. J Money Ghost is way better. I'm drinking mine and doing steps high day today. Ghost is a must for quads. Yeah, Ghost is great. The bum energy drinks aren't bad. Yeah, yeah, David. Yeah, David. I agree. The bum energy drinks are pretty good. They're definitely better than fucking Celsius. Yeah, White Monster is, man, pretty much, in my opinion, goated. The only thing that gets me with the Monsters sometimes is there's so much sodium in them for a drink, for a beverage. You know what I mean? But it's not a huge deal. It's not a huge deal as long as it's consistent. Jolly Rancher C4. That sounds kind of gross, but I've seen people drink them. The Skittles C4 is good. Yeah, that one's good. David said I'm always consistent with my monster intake. Yeah, so then the sodium doesn't matter. Crunchy says for some reason I cannot drink essential aminos anymore without getting nauseous and acid reflux. Any clue why? I really don't think it's the EAAs. I think it's something else. I think it's something else. Whether you're eating too close or whether you're not drinking enough water with them, I don't think it's the EAA alone. Yeah, if I don't think so. I don't think so. Um, yeah, the acid reflux. I don't know. It would depend what you're eating. Yeah, it depends. It depends. And then it depends which EAAs they are. Have they changed, or have you been using the same brand? Um, Stuff like that. Let's see. Jay said I have the EAA issue as well. Going to try Clear Way. Yeah, I don't know. I've never had an issue with EAAs. I've been drinking them since I was like 15. All different brands, everything. I've never had an issue. pH or gut biome issues, David says. Maybe, but normally if intra drink of any kind is an issue, it's because of the osmolarity of it. So whether you're not drinking enough water or whether you're drinking too much water, um, you can flood the colon with um, you can throw off the osmolarity of the colon. So you can pull too much water into it. That can cause issues if osmolarity, changes in the gut. So yeah, the amount of fluid that you're using in the intra is very important. If you ever buy a bottle of Pedialyte, like from a grocery store, um, and you read it, the instructions say, do not dilute, do not add any fluid or water, don't mix this with anything because they have the osmolarity of that drink set perfectly for um, the electrolytes to liquid, everything like that. Um, so yeah, they don't want you throwing off the chemistry, right? So yeah, that's where my mind would go is that the amount of fluid you're using is either not enough or too much, one or the other. Thoughts on intra-carb drinks? I like them. I like them. I think they're good. I think they're good. I don't think you need a ton of intra-carbs, you know? But yeah, I think they're good. Scott Mize has the same issue with EAAs. Yeah, I don't think it's the EAAs. Again, David said he loves intra carbs, highly branched cyclic duction for the win. Yep, it's the best one for sure. I get nauseous for my post workout meal. Way easier to eat. It's way easier to eat if I'm not using EAAs. Yeah, but when you're not using EAAs, what are you drinking? Are you drinking water? Are you not drinking anything? My point is, it's the fluid amount, it's the osmolarity of the gut. It's not the EAAs itself. Melmax says, I saw Chase's Instagram post about requirements for being an affiliate. Are you guys getting a lot of reps or requests to rep Omega Amino, random social media people? David says, yes. We get random kids with no following a few times a week. Yeah, people just are trying to get a discount um on peptides for themselves. But like no one they don't talk about them. They don't post about nothing. So why no offense, but you can't make us any money. So there's no point to make you an affiliate if you're not affiliated. If you're not making us any money, why would we give you a discount or why would we let you represent the brand if you're not building the brand with us? We look for partnerships. We don't look for affiliates. We want people to be partners and part of our team who are going to help build the brand and bring recognition to the brand and trust to the brand and rapport to the brand, not people that are just like putting a little use code Mel at the bottom of their post that no one ever even fucking reads. You know what I mean? So yeah, no, people are just looking for discounts. We want to build partnerships that are going to last and people that actually want to help us build our company and bring awareness to the quality of our products. Crunchy, I'm thinking after what you said, I'm thinking timing. I eat head straight to the gym while drinking. Yeah, dude, no. No. No, bro. You know from following my diets that you don't drink with meals. And you certainly don't slug down liquid right after eating. And you don't train right after eating either, right? The minimum time is 60 minutes. So yeah, if you have a bunch of undigested food and then you got a bunch of liquid sloshing around in there too, like bro, no shit, you're gonna feel nauseous. That's a recipe for disaster. J Money, I've always done 48 ounces intra. 48 ounces just for EAAs? That's a lot of fluid, dude. That's a lot of fluid, bro. I do 40 ounces with 40 carbs and EAAs. Oh, that's been with carbs, he said. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. How long are you waiting? Because like once you finish your intra drink, how long are you waiting to eat your post workout meal? Alex G, do you count your intra carbs to your total macros for the day? Yeah, dude, they're carbs. You have to. You have to. They're not free. Nothing's free, my bro. Peyton said I'd buy a cool Omega Amino flag or poster. Yeah, maybe we'll look at making those. Yeah, Jay, that makes a little more sense if you have carbs. The 48 ounces makes a little more sense. But how long after you finish that drink are you waiting to eat? Always try to finish a drink 15 minutes before the session ends, 20-25 minutes before the post workout meal. That's probably too close. That's probably too close. So you could try spacing that out too, or check your blood sugar. If that intra with carbs, because you said it has carbs, if that intra drink is keeping your blood sugar above 100 and you're going to eat that post workout meal, yeah, it makes sense that it makes you nauseous. The blood sugar just shoots even higher. Yeah, yeah. Peyton says people are probably using way too many carbs in their intra. I agree. I agree. Yeah, Jay, play with the fluid volume a little bit and see. But I mean, maybe it's possible that EAAs make you guys nauseous. But like I said, I haven't heard that from many people, and I work with quite a few. So um, you could just be nauseous from training. Like that's a very real thing, you know. And then trying to switch yourself into a parasympathetic drive, like after you're done training, like it's hard to do. Um, let's see. There was another question. Let me see where it went. There's one more I got. Okay. This one says, my left bicep and tricep are smaller than my right. What's your protocol to even out lopsided limbs? Um, you're always going to have some discrepancy between the left and the right. Um, a lot of people try to say that like unilateral would would make it better, like doing one arm at a time. I don't necessarily think that's true. I think it could actually make it worse. Um, so bilateral movements are perfectly fine. Um, a lot of the times, like the left bicep and tricep being smaller, it's not really anything to do with the arm itself. It could be coming from the shoulder, like the shoulder's too internally left arm, like the shoulder's too internally rotated. So if you can get it externally rotated, you'll actually have more access to the bicep and tricep. So you really need to figure out where it's coming from, and like, you might not feel that arm like contracting as hard as the other one. Um, so like part of that would be, if the shoulder's like internally rotated, right? You're not going to have access to that bicep, so you're not going to be able to contract it as hard as you can the right one, for example. Um, so yeah, I would try to get yourself to open up and really make sure, like before you train your arms, that that you are not rounded forward and you're not closed off, really get yourself opened up so you have more access to hit that specific bicep and tricep. He said his left one. Um, that's normally what I see the issue is. Peyton said it's okay to wait an hour or so after training to eat. Probably even better to, yeah. I mean, if you're using an intra, that's kind of the point of an intra. You don't have to eat right away, because you have carbs and EAAs in the blood still. So it buys you some time. So yeah, you could probably wait an hour, and check your blood sugar, see where it's at. All right. I am going to sign off. Unless you guys have more questions, let me know. I'll give you a few minutes. Detroit finals later. Yeah, yeah, yeah. J Money says. Yeah, dude. Same time next week, Alex. Thanks for always being here and supporting me. Appreciate that. Thanks for bringing your questions. Always love those. Um, have a good day. Yeah, I got like 5 new diets to write today, so I'm gonna be busy for a few hours here still. But that's okay. Busy's good. A lot of the issues from he's saying, having these unilateral differences, a lot of those issues come from our breathing patterns. Yep, I agree with that. Um, Amy says, excellent stream today. Have a great weekend. Thanks for being here, Amy. Tons of fun. Numbness in upper chest and both delt and mid back, up the neck. For stuff like that, you're gonna want to see that sounds spine and nerve related. Um, like any numbness in like the hands and shit is normally nerve related. A lot of the times it's coming from the cervical spine. So you're gonna want to see a real doctor about that. I'm a fake doctor. I'm just kidding. I'm not a doctor at all. Um, but yeah, you're definitely gonna want to see. I mean, man, even sometimes a good chiropractor can help get some of that straightened out. For not to be punny, but I am because I'm a dad. Comes naturally when you're a dad. Joe says if someone wanted to do if it fits your macros with the condition that they didn't eat shit food and stuck to whole food choices, would you be all right with that? Yeah, I think it's fine. Yeah, I think macro plans are great. So Joe, if that's something you want to do, yeah, we can switch you to a macro plan for sure. It just gets muddy sometimes with the trace macros. And people, you say the people don't want to eat like shit. I mean, people are still making bad choices. I know you wouldn't because I trust you. But yeah, I have a few clients that I prescribe macros for still because I know I trust them enough to build meals that are going to make sense and be beneficial towards their blood work and everything like that. So yeah, I think I think macro plans are still great. I have multiple clients that are just on macros because I trust them. I trust them to do so. So yeah, if you wanted to switch to a macro plan, that's something I could do for you. You're not a guy that I would worry about making good or bad choices. We'll just have to get with on the same page about what we count and what we don't, but it's pretty simple. Um, I most trace macros are not counted outside of like salmon, you'd want to count protein and fat. Eggs, you'd want to count protein and fat. Cheese, if you were going to use it, I know you probably wouldn't use a lot of it, but that's one that you'd want to count protein and fat. Um, so there are going to be certain foods where you will want to count as multiple macros, but it's pretty rare that you would come across that besides the few I just mentioned. Um, what else did you say? This doesn't apply to clients because obviously we follow a different structure. Oh no, we could apply it to you um, if that's something that you wanted to do. Otherwise, if you like the plan that you're on, we can keep you the plan you're on. Um, but yeah, dude, macros are still great. Macros are still great. I, I, the only time I give them shit is because sometimes I think coaches are doing it because they're lazy. Um, but other coaches are doing it because they trust the clients. They generally provide a food list, which is well extensive and gives the client a lot of variability. Um, but I think food can really target things like blood pressure, blood glucose, blood work. So I think we can use food to really target, issues that we're having or not having or trying to avoid having, things like that. Um, when people are just doing chicken and rice, it can lead to issues. You can there's a lot of micronutrients out there that are good for a lot of things. So, but yeah, yeah, if that's something you want to switch to, we can talk about that. Or if you were just asking because you were just curious, then yeah, I think if it fits your macros can still be great. And it's essentially how I build all your guys' plans anyways. So what I do when I build out your guys' plans, I build them out um in a macro form first, and then I build your plans based off the macros that I wrote. So that's how a lot of your guys' plans are built, anyways. Well, all of your guys. So I build out the macros first, and then I pick foods for you guys based off your intake forms, what foods you like, based off your blood work, what foods you need to keep you healthy, blood pressure, if we need to focus on getting blood pressure down, I choose foods for that. Women, I choose foods for if they're using birth control, things like that. A lot of times we will change things up for PCOS or if they're at a different point of their cycle, if they're trying to get pregnant. So, women, I will manipulate micronutrients for different reasons as well. So, yeah, good question, dude. But yeah, that's macros are still the king. Like that is what our diet is based off at the end of the day. But when we say if it fits your macros, people think like Pop Tarts and Skittles and like as carbs, that's what people's mind goes to. But we're all doing if it fits your macros, just in a different way. So good question, dude. I appreciate that. Um, Good way to round us out. I maybe gave something useful in these 2.5 hours. So appreciate you for that. All right, guys, if you need anything, message me. Um, if you don't, you can still message me. If you just want to shoot the shit, TommyJohnCoaching.com. Instagram is TommyJohnCoaching. OmegaAmino.net. Code Tommy for a discount on your research stuff. Anything and everything else I'm associated with will be in my Instagram profile. We have the Chase Irons Forum, chaseironsforum.com. Join that. We can talk about stuff and bodybuild and whatever else. Yep, that's it. Love you guys. Got to go. Bye.